for me, I feel like I really need to achieve a lot to have enough worth to have impact on people coming up behind me. And so that's a driving force for me to keep achieving. It's hard to know where I would be if I wasn't here, because I think I've always wanted to be an athlete. I've always been chasing that dream. So before I was doing cycling, I was really chasing the triathlon dream. And before that, I was really chasing the gymnastics dream. And so I've always been dedicated to sport. When I first started, it's like, oh, I just want to get to Europe and I want to, just see if I've got what it takes, And then you've done that and you're like, oh, I won heaps of local races in Europe and wow, I've got a pro contract now. And it's like, I want a better pro contract. And then you get a better pro contract. Then you're like, oh, I want to get some top 20s, and you get top 20s, and then you get top 10s, and then you start getting podiums. And then you're like a full-blown professional, and then the team expectations on you become higher as well. And then your satisfaction and sort of like definition of success changes completely, and coming third and being on the podium is not good enough anymore. And I remember crossing the line one day, I got second in a race, and it was a big one, and I was like so happy about it. But actually the team, it was like this huge failure. And it's like, I just had to go home with my tail between my legs. And I was like, oh, I thought I achieved something. And it was just a real turning point for me, that moment where you're just like, okay, so nothing but winning is good enough now. And I've kind of also found that a bit of a shame, and I don't enjoy that part of elite sport, actually. I don't think winning is my primary motivation, but it's definitely what gives me a feeling of success and sort of satisfaction. For me, it's like sort of like a roundabout way of thanking all of those people that have supported you and backed you over the years. And which is interesting, because those people actually don't care about your results. They purely, those people that have been in your corner for that many years, like through all of the tough times, they actually don't care about your results. They just want you to be happy. I think what keeps a fire burning inside as well is the feeling of wanting to reach my own potential. And I understand that a lot of people leave their chosen sport without ever reaching their potential. And I find that a really sad thought. And but I understand it happens to most, and not everyone, gets where they want to go. When I look back on my career, I felt like there was a point where I really needed help. I pushed so much shit uphill to get myself overseas, which is a necessity as an Australian. And anyway, I always just look back and think how hard I found it. And I just want to be able to help anybody that's sort of like in the same situation as me, where they're just facing those sort of difficulties of just, taking that step to come to Europe. There was one very successful athlete in Australia at a seminar that I went to that just said to me quietly, if you want to give back, you'll need some credibility. And I don't know if she realizes how much impact that has had on me, but that stuck with me, and it's been like 11 years since this person said that to me. And it's just a small comment, but for me, I feel like I really need to achieve a lot to have enough worth to have impact on people coming up behind me. And so that's a driving force for me to keep achieving, is to then have that credibility that's what I'm chasing. Until just a few days ago, I hadn't won a race since my own national title in 2021. And before that, I hadn't won a race internationally for 5 years. So winning a race a couple of days ago has been a long uphill journey for myself. I was really happy to win. And it does feel like a bit of a relief, because over the last few years not winning, it's not just that I haven't won and I've got second places all the time or anything like that. I've literally been like so far down. It's kind of like, why am I still here? You do feel like race after race you're just getting beat down. It's really hard to turn up to a race with the confidence needed to win. It's reaffirming that, okay, I am still a good bike rider. I can keep this ball rolling. I can win again. I can win more races now. It's really fun to win too, so it just brings that joy back as well. It just gives me a little bit of justification for still putting in all of this effort and new motivation to keep going and push harder and win again. But actually what I really, really want, which sounds kind of lame, is I just want to be consistently competitive. I don't want to just win one big race. I would actually be really satisfied if I was consistently in the top 5 and not even on the podium. I just want to rock up to a race and people be like, oh gosh, Sarah Roy's here. You know, like that's what I just want to be, one of the top dogs. And I feel like winning is so great, but actually for me to really feel successful, I think I need to be successful consistently. As you get older and as you've been in the peloton for so many years, people for sure would be thinking, oh, she's done her time, she's done her dash, she had some good results ages ago. It's not really a big deal anymore. She's not really that capable. Yeah, she's strong, but she just kind of dabbles around in the peloton, like not really sure what she's up to, how much longer she's going to be around. But actually, I do hope that people can realize that actually I've been working really hard behind the scenes. Like I've been really putting in the effort, and I've been dealing with a lot of setbacks and just so many things outside of my control, tough times, and everybody is going through something. But my for sure personal situation has been really difficult the last couple of years, and so I feel like I have a really valid reason for underperforming, if you want to call it that. So to come back now finally and show the cycling community and everybody here that I'm still here for this, like, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm capable of, and this is what I work for, then that makes me really happy if that's how people are talking about me now.